Deem Shuri. Morning. It is Monday, March 24th, starting off the last full week of the month for the quarter. Of course, next Monday is the last day of the quarter and the month. So there's still one more trading day after this week to close out the book. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's talk about some stock that I think is worth looking and paying attention to for trading opportunities today or this week. From the look of things, the pre-market look pretty uppity up. I see the SPY is up decent, over 1%. Everything is up over 1% as far as the indices. So I'm not sure what the reason is, but could be a good opportunities to trim and take profit on a few things to raise cash for quarter end. So I'm not complaining. All right, I talk about green 52-week low candle all the time, and a big gap down green candle. Let me revisit this topic again and again. TA is about higher probability. It's not a certainty. It's about a higher probability trade. But it is worth paying attention to as far as some stock behave a certain way that repeat itself many times. For example, look at how FedEx behave. Big gap down, right? And it's a big red candle here. Guess what? That was a great buy, because why? Channel low, right? I talk about this with FedEx many times. It made no sense up here. It makes sense down here. Channel high, right? Look, big gap down, red candle. Guess where? Ref low, right? So the confluence of TA is important, not just red candle, green candle. It's, I want people to be able to look back. I want the viewer to be able to step back and look at the chart in its entirety. It's not just, is green candle bad, is red candle bad, or green candle's good. The confluence of things should play into your decision making. For example, this big popped up here, it's channel high, plus you also have the exhausted move after a gap fill, right? So all indication, not just this day right here, it's the combination of the up day should be signaling time to go. At the minimum, raise your stop, right? So that you don't give up this big move from, say, to mid 280 or high 280. That's literally almost 10% from 280 to 85 to like 310, right? So it's a lot in 3 days. You cannot give up 10% in 3 days, right? So at the minimum, raise your stop so that you get stopped out and locked in your profit, and it come down. And sure, it violate the channel here, but on a big red candle down, the confluence of ref low here, the coming to support, and guess what? The big boy coming to pop it in, raise it. I mean, it's a great trade from 240, 250, right? It's use a confluence of TA, please. Not just one thing. But now that we look at this, it's a big green candle down. I like it. Now, would I chase it here? It look like it's going to be up? No, I wouldn't chase it. But I will watch carefully to see if it's going to look like it's going to at least open higher than the highest of the gap down. Where I can play is sell put spread where? Down here. I would feel safe to sell something, say 215. Is there enough juice? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, okay? But I would have to wait until the market open. Maybe a 215, 210. That might not be enough juice at all to play. But any kind of pullback into the 220-ish area below 230 is likely worth buying a few shares. I wouldn't chase it here, but if it pulled back into the mid 220s, yeah, I would buy. Nike, nasty red candle up here. See, look, that was to avoid. It's like no man's land here, and it drift and drift and drift. And if you're lucky enough to somehow take a chance down here, you get your reward, right? But for now, let's focus on this candle. Once again, confluence of TA. You got a nasty gap down red candle, fresh 52-week low right here, right? Is it to avoid? No. If you're paying attention to this line right here, you would buy, and you would have been rewarded nicely from 68-ish to 82. That's a nice return in 2 weeks by any measure. So use the confluence of TA, please. All right, so we got this big nasty but good green candle. Would I chase it here? The answer is, of course, no. Look like it's gonna be opening somewhere up there in the 68, but anything below 67 is definitely a buy. Okay, I would definitely buy a few shares below 67 for sure. I don't think there's gonna be any kind of juice on option, but take a look. It could be. There could be a nice juicy, say 66, 65. You got 20 cents on a $1 spread. Even if it's 15 cents at the open, it would squeeze, right? Because it's gonna open up, so this spread right here would squeeze from 20 cents to something like, if it's 15 cents, it's worth doing. If it's 15 cents, it is definitely worth doing, and I will try it, okay? And owning a share outright at 66 is not a bad idea down here for Nike by Friday. I like it. I don't hate it, okay? I mean, Nike has shown terrible stock for a while now. This is a 3-year chart. Ugly looking chart. Does this look like a good economy? Anyone that think that we have a good economy the last 2 years, is this strong economy? Nike is highly dependent on China as well. Does this look like a healthy China? No. Okay. Not China, not us. All right, let's go to the last one. ULTA. Let's go to the 1-year chart. Now this one, once again, you get this big ugly earning day red candle, but it tested and broke the 52-week low. So here is a situation where I would say avoid, okay? It break the 52-week low and the red candle. But guess what? As I said many times, TA is higher probability. It's not a certainty of anything. So would I chase ULTA here? No. I'm gonna stay out of ULTA. Okay, this is a nice trade for someone that was in here buying below 310. You get 10%. You get your 10%. If you somehow come in here and bought 310 or lower, and you didn't get out when it's 350 or higher for 2 days, What are you doing? Since when are you gonna throw away a 10% move after a day or two, right? So please don't do that. We kill for 10% return in a week. We kill for 10% return in a week. When you get 10% return in a day, take it and go. All right, ULTA, no, it's a hard no. I would put this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in an alert right here. I will revisit ULTA if and when it revisit the low of that big reversal day to see if it's gonna, because if it violate this big up day, I think fresh 52-week low is in store for ULTA. Okay, so we'll see if that play out. All right, people, let's see if we can have a good week go into. There's gonna be a whole lot of window dressing between today and next Monday. Okay, it's quarter end here, so you're gonna see a lot of bogus nonsense, pumping, humping, dumping. I don't care. I am on the sole mission to raise at least 5% more in cash to get ready for the quarter end. So I welcome all the pump that they're gonna give me later.